Miss Richardson, what is your position here at the college?
I'm sports coordinator, acting Chanel House coordinator, and I'm a classroom teacher.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you self-evaluate your work-life balance?
I'd say it's around 5, so sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it's probably somewhere in between.
How many hours/days a week do you work?
I work about somewhere between 10 and 12 hours for 5 days a week, but then I also work Saturday and Sunday for a few hours on each of those days.
How many times a week do you exercise?
Usually 3 times a week.
How active is your social life on a scale of 1 to 10?
Somewhere around 4, I would say.
Based on this brief interview, have you re-evaluated your self-evaluation of your work-life balance? If yes, what would you change it to?
I'd say yes, that it's pretty poor, and I would hope to obviously move it up the scale somewhere closer to 10.
Do you believe your employee or business encourages a healthy work-life balance?
No, I don't.
Do you believe that basic education on work-life balance is necessary and would be beneficial for all employees within your workplace?
I wouldn't say it's necessary, but I'd definitely say it's beneficial, and I think all teachers could benefit from some level of work-life balance education, definitely.
Thank you, Ms. Richardson.
Thank you.
Mr. Dunlop, what is your position here at the college?
Drama teacher, performing arts coordinator.
Awesome. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you self-evaluate your work-life balance?
Between 1 and 2.
How many hours/days a week do you work?
I'm here 7 days a week at the moment, and I can work up to 9 or 10 hours a day. Sometimes more. I've been 11 or 12 hours as well.
How many times a week do you exercise?
Normally 5 or 6. At the moment 1 or 2.
How active is your social life on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's low at the moment. It's marking time.
Based on this brief interview, have you re-evaluated your self-evaluation of your work-life balance? If yes, what would you change it to?
No, it's still fairly low. It's still 1, 2.
Do you believe your employer or the business you work within encourages a healthy work-life balance?
Yeah, in theory, they encourage it and acknowledge it, but practically, the amount of work that we've got to do and that we create for ourselves means that it's difficult.
Do you believe that basic education on work-life balance is necessary and would be beneficial for all employees within your business?
Yes, but I'm not sure if that will change things, but definitely worth it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Carl, what is your position here at the college?
At the moment, I'm the acting principal.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you self-evaluate your work-life balance?
At this point in time, I'd probably rate it a 7 out of 10.
How many hours/days a week do you work?
On average, I probably work 10 or so hours a day, 5 days a week, and then work on weekends depending on what needs to happen in my position. So maybe 6 days overall.
How many times a week do you exercise?
I try to exercise twice a week, generally on weekends.
How active is your social life on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably at the moment I would say it's not as active as it had been in the past, so perhaps 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10.
Based on this brief interview, have you re-evaluated your self-evaluation of your work-life balance? If yes, what would you change it to?
I haven't probably done a good evaluation of my work-life balance as I'm new to the role and still learning a lot about the role, but certainly would need to assure it as if I am appointed to be the college principal that should be something I need to work on.
Do you believe your employer or business encourages a healthy work-life balance?
We do generally. I'm appointed by the college board, confirmed by the sisters, and they certainly talk a lot about that. It is difficult to balance because there's such a lot of expectation on certain roles. But as an employer, I also encourage teachers and people who work here at the college to work and then leave and then have other things that they're enjoying and are part of outside of the college. It is very important that you don't live just to work. There's more to life, and you certainly do encourage. It's difficult though to get it right.
Do you believe that basic education on work-life balance is necessary and would be beneficial for all employees within your workplace?
It is. It is. I think it's very important to keep reminding and educating adults as well as students about having a balance of what is important in your life, and then putting practices in place that encourage that, so that we're not just always working even though we are at a place of work.
Thank you, Mr. Carl.
That's okay, Tess. Thank you.